thank you, wonderful people. Yes, again, on this wonderful, wonderful day, bringing you this message. Yes. Thank you for being here. We bless you, appreciate you, and we celebrate you. And today, we're supposed to bring you a little message in our weekly program. Something new, of course. No, it's not new, but we've done this before. But today, we're going to make it a regular thing. Every Sunday at this time, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we want to bring you a message to help you, me, and those who are watching, who is hurting, those who have gone into a situation that they feel that they're lost, they feel that they are overwhelmed, they feel like they are in a trap, a prison even. And this is what happens sometimes. You can't move around like you want to. You say that you're free, but you're not really free. You can't do what you want to do. You can't go where you want to go. And then, where's your mindset in this? And how do you get out of this prison? Well, the door is wide open. The door is wide open. There's no lock on the door. And then, if there were locks on the door was closed, you still have the power within you to get out, to go free, be free, and stay free. Yes. Don't let these things overwhelm you. Don't let them take you out, so to speak, or stop you from doing the things that you need to do or you want to do. So I invite each one of you, even if you don't have a problem, an issue, a situation, but maybe you know someone that that's down there, that's out there, that wants to come back in there. You can help them out. This is helpers of one another. That's why we are told to be strengtheners of each other, builders of each other. We call it edification. Yes, edify one another. And then whatever you say out of your mouth, it should edify another person. In other words, when we stop to think about what we're saying sometimes, how are we talking? How do we communicate with those people or ourselves? How do we communicate with the Most High, the universe? How do we try to say things that help them, to build them, strengthen them? Because so many times a person can have all of these issues coming at them. And how do you handle those issues? So we're talking about depression. We talk about addiction. And addiction, especially sexual addiction, especially the addiction of that place where it is. We don't have to have medication because we're not here to give medication, deep therapy, electric shocks, that kind of stuff. But we're here as helpers in a spiritual way, in a motivational way, to give you some type of uh, guidance, some type of strength, some type of support, some type of information and messages to help you along the way, to guide you, and then to be a guide in our life too. Yes, we turn the GPS on. It's like one of the messages say, we're on the wrong road. And when you're on the wrong road, you can lead you to the destination that's not right for you. We can lead you into a destination that can destroy you. And that's what these things will do for you. Addiction will destroy you in the wrong destination, the wrong road. Depression can take you out of here also. But stress, depression, anxiety, they're wrapped up. And then infidelity. Oh, wow. Why are we cheating on the one that we love so much? We had a wonderful marriage, a wonderful wedding, a wonderful courtship, that is. We got to the place where we talk about good things. We're talking about the beautiful things, yes. And then down the road, something happened. And we want to know what happened down the road. Because this infidelity, this thing has bothered us. This even bothers the Most High God. Because he puts it in his word, thou shalt not commit adultery. And then he said, abstain from fornication. That means not to have sex before marriage. But, aha, how many of us, what percentage of us who can say that, that says that, oh, I was a virgin until marriage? What percentage can say that I lived my life without touching a woman or touching a man? Because that's what one of the words say. It is good that you have no contact or do not touch or do not have intimacy with another person of the opposite sex or the same sex. So, what are we doing? So we have these things in our past now, but everyone has a past. So let's come down to talk about these things. What are we going to do? What can we do? What can we do? And I have a question for you. And that question is maybe in a depression area or something like that. If you had getting ready to get married, you have been, you know, with the responsibility of intimacy, not say intimacy, but even the intimacy, and you are engaged, and you have relatives, maybe friends, family members, telling you that you should go out and do something, go out and sow your wild oats. These things have been happening throughout the ages, whereas we're trying to convince each other to go out there and do something. Get busy, that is. See what's out there. So that when you get married, you'll know more of that. But wait a minute, back up. Isn't that defeating the purpose of marriage? Marriage is supposed to be two people together in life and love, in joy, peace, happiness, good or bad, throughout the problem, issues, and things like that, until death do us part. But it seems to be like we're not following those instructions. So when we follow that instruction, then we'll understand it to know that, hey, we can do better. We can do better. And then, as we say down the road, something comes up, and then we cheat on each other. So I would like to know, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about going outside, like I say, right before the wedding, maybe a week, month, something like that, and you get involved? How would your conscience be? How would your thought process be? Do you feel that this is part of cheating? This is part of infidelity? Do you think this is part of being unfaithful? I think so, but I want to know what you feel, what you think. And then another question that I would like to pose to you is that, have you ever had that experience, that feeling that you are uptight? Yeah. You go from work, you have problems and issues and situations on your hand. You feel like you can't take it no more. You feel like you want to get away, get out. You feel like this is wearing on you. You feel like you are not in a place where everything's closing in on you. And all you want to do is just get away. All you want to do is rest, relax. But you can't relax because something is there that's blocking your rest, it's blocking your relaxation. You ever had one of those days where life is like not worth living? Or feeling like life's not worth living? Everything's closed in on you. You up the wall. You feel lonely, lonesome. You feel neglected. You feel abandoned. Those things that happen like that. You ever felt like that? Give me a little something in the chat room, okay? Think about these things. And then the last question I want to ask you is that, ah, have you experienced the feeling of being overwhelmed and you just want to be left alone? That's in addition to what we just talked about before. All right? Okay. And then how about those things that be bothering you? Well, you know that sometimes we have a physical nature, emotional nature, spiritual nature. But sometimes we have this feeling of urges. They call it, how you say, an emotional place, a little emotional thing that says that brings them to life some of those things that should be dead, and left alone. So, how do you feel about that? Like those urges that come about every so often. It's like the 7-year itch or something like that, or however they want to put it. Do you think that's normal? Because we're told that we're not even supposed to have sex until marriage, or either uh, to go into paradise with that virginity. But it seems like it's not happening. But you know, we can work around that because we want to bring it to the forefront. We want to bring it to life and bring it to the light. Okay. So now, as we come to think about these things, as we come to look at these things, and we want to bring some of these negative emotional behaviors to light. Okay. And some of the things that we come bring to light is that about shame. How about being guilty? How about in that place where we just overwhelmed? We had a libido is high. Like we said before, you just gotta have something. You just gotta be doing something. You gotta have that emotional contact. And you tell your mate that you're lonesome. You tell your mate that you are incomplete. You tell your mate that you need to be satisfied. You tell your mate that you're lonesome, that you need attention. And yet, still, we do need attention. We need a lot of attention. But how do we process this attention? How do we ask for more, ask for something different when we're in a place where we need the attention, but we're not getting that respect. We're not getting that place where we're being appreciated. We're not being fulfilled. We need more. We need something to guide us, something to strengthen us. Because in the universe, we're told that the male part, the male counterpart, the male child, is supposed to be provider, protector, and the priest. Well, he can provide because he worked every day, he got money, he's trying to upkeep for the house, keep the utilities on, keep the roof over your head and everything. And then it's like, protector. Well, protector's like he's guarding his property, so to speak. He's protecting those things that maybe come to hinder his ability, hinder to stir up things, to hinder those people, or hinder that situation. They come to take over the kingdom, his kingdom. And that's why in marriage, in a relationship, that's why we speak those things, talk about these things, discuss these things, and then know who you're dealing with. And that's why we come today to talk about depression, talk about infidelity, talk about the stress, talk about the addiction, because it's so easy for addiction to come about. And sometimes addiction will come about even through our stressful message or modes or something like that. Addiction can come about through depression, things bothering you, things not looking good, not looking well at all. We have a shame, a guilt, that is, been traumatized, we've been hurt, beat down, beat up, kicked around, and we feel like we're lowered and low. How you said one time before, is that you got to look up to see the belly of an ant. That means you're low. That means I was low. I have been there. Oh, yeah. When you have to look up to see the belly of an ant, that means you have no life, Harlan, the last breath, even. So you take these things into consideration and then work on them. But how do we work on these things? How do we work on that depression? How do we work on that stress? How do we work on that temptation, that desire? How do we work on that addiction, especially sexual addiction, that you got to have it? You have an obsession. The person tell you to leave them alone, and no, you can't leave them alone. You say that you love them so much that you would die for them. In fact, you love them so much, or you care for them so much that you would even end their life and yours too. That is to the max. So we have to think about these things, work on them. When someone tell you that, hey, I appreciate your compliment, that was nice, thank you, and then go ahead on about their business. But today, it seems that we take these compliments too personal. We take these compliments to heart, too hard. And then after we take these compliments to heart, what are we going to do to hold on to the goodness and the value that we have? So when we take these things into heart, to place, we let them internalize into our emotions, into our heart, our feelings. And when they start to internalize them, then it becomes a part of us. It's like one beautiful sister was saying that she had no intention of cheating on her husband. She never thought about cheating on her husband. But it seemed like her co-worker, just being a nice person, nice guy, and seemed like he tried to get a connection with her and to her, speaking every day because they're co-workers. And then they're more or less bonding a friendship. And in that friendship, you start to talking about situation, talking about life, talking about the family, talking about likes and dislikes and things, the same thing that we always try to tell people, that before you get married, discuss these things, talk about these things, find out each other's likes and dislikes, their aspiration, and then know them more than just say, I know your sign, I know your phone number, and I know your colors. I know what you like to eat. Do you really know what they like to eat? Do you really know what they really want? Do you really know that how you call deal breakers? Do you really know what excites them, what motivates them? And this is what happens when they talk about how you say, the person at the job, the co-worker, that's now seem to be taking a liking to you. It seems to be like you want to see them and they want to see you. Nothing exciting nowadays. Y'all just friends. And then that friend zone started building up to a personal relationship. And that personal relationship now started taking on an air of personality, characteristics, taking on the air of emotions. Now you want to see that person. You look forward to seeing that person. But then you don't look forward to seeing your mate at home. Because now your mate at home is under a certain situation, under that tiredness, under that, how you call it, not say just dysfunctional, but they are under that era of like, they're stressed out, they're tired, they don't want to be bothered, more or less. They're not motivated. and you're not motivating them, they show no excitement towards you. They say that you look good, they appreciate you. They say you're beautiful. But that feeling, they say it without an emotion. They say it without that exciting in their voice, in their spirit. Oh, baby, look at here. Wow, what's this? You know what I mean? So it's not turning her on. It's not giving her that exciting, that charge. It's not giving her that pleasure, that I need you, that motivational type thing that says that I can fantasize with you or fantasize about you. When she's fantasizing about you, she can't wait to get home to you. And even if you are tired, even if you have, uh, say, stressed out a little bit, you take an hour to rest. Take maybe 2 hours to rest. And one day you can just say, we're ordering out today. You don't have to cook. Wow, what? I run your bath water for you. Ooh, you look so nice. Oh, I got a fragrance that you love. I'm burning candles. I'm playing soft music in the bathroom. All these things come to make her feel that she is wanted. She is desired by her husband, or either he's desired by his wife. Now she's put on her the special designers type thing. Yeah. Looking all short, looking all beautiful, looking all good, smelling good, walking around. Hey, girl, you got to go put something on or you're going to be in trouble. That's what a woman wants to hear. But you don't do anything. You just sit there, or either you're playing a game, or you're tired, you're sleeping. But then you get up at what, 8 or 9 o'clock and go to bed. Whoa. Now she's ready to move on to a different plateau or a different area. She wants to go over the moon, go over the volcano to have that explosion. But no, you're not there for her. That is why we come today and each week to discuss these things, to help a brother out, to help a sister out, so that she don't have to go out and then give it down and drop it down. So that she now, like when one sister said, she felt bad after that first encounter. When she came home, she didn't want her husband to touch her because she felt nasty. Well, you didn't think about that before you got involved. Well, the situation came up, whereas she felt that she couldn't help herself. There's always time to discuss these things. We talk to our friends, we talk to our neighbors, we talk to everybody but the one that we're involved with, the one we love. When we start to discuss these things, then better things can happen. Good things can happen. Good things can come about that says, hey, this is my love. This is my boo. This is what I want in life. And then when they come about, sure, things can happen. When you get somebody that won't give up, they're looking at it in a different way. Sometimes the exes can be a pain. Yeah. Instead of taking the sense about, well, let me not bother her, let me not bother him. But no. And this is a game that we play through a demonic influence. And that demonic influence is there to keep you from being what you're supposed to be, of doing what you're supposed to do. That demonic influence is there now to make you, or to suggest to you, to influence you to go outside the marriage vow. So then the person say, well, I love you so much that I can't live without you. Do you know that when you love somebody so much, you're not really looking at love? They call that infatuation. Not only infatuation, that is now fantasism. We keep fantasizing about each other, fantasizing about things that we can't have or don't have. So this is one of the reasons why another time where we go outside, do things so long and so much that we can't help it but go head on and do the unthinkable. And this is where today we come to build up these situations, build up this problem, build up the issue that we got to cut this stuff out and then overcome these things, destroy and defeat those issues, those desires, those temptations, those urges. Yes, your body will go to urge, whether it be from food, medication, uh, we just drinking a lot, you know, too many wines, too many highballs, too many this and that and the other, so many six packs of beers or whatever. So it comes to bother us. So now we need something. We need more. We want more. And this is why sometimes we go outside. So with that, I just wanted to keep think about these things as we move on. Each week and each day, we live a life, we try to get there and be there for each other, to strengthen them, to try to motivate them, not to take advantage, not to do those things that we've been talking about. And those things that, those negative things that we were just talking about, that being lonesome, being lonely, being bored. Oh yeah, that's one of the things that we find out all the time. So like, in other words, that routine, it become a chore. And now you don't want to be bothered, you don't want to be touched. Because now when you do be touched, it aggravates you. Yes, it's an aggravation instead of a joy, instead of a peace, instead of a love, instead of intimacy, instead of something that is looking forward to as a desire. So it's like, well, it's my how you call it, my I'm supposed to do these things. Yeah, okay. Uh this law said I'm supposed to have this available for me and to me. But what about the desires of the person? What about the desires of your wife or your husband? Can you wait another minute? Can you be patient enough to say, okay, not today, but maybe tomorrow? If that person say, look, I have a project, I have something to do, and then nothing's happening today, a little snuggle. Hey, that's it. Hold each other. Love on each other. Don't get bored with each other. Talk some good stuff to each other. That way, you can overcome those urges, those desires. You can overcome the temptation. You can also overcome depression like that too. Because see, depression is that there's no action, no activities. And then when there are activities, it's negative activities. All you want to do is sleep. Don't bother me. Don't be bothered. So put some activities in your lifestyle, in your way. And let's talk about these things. What activities have you come across? Do you want to share? Please share. Help us out. Someone out there that's in that place, in that void, because now they're an empty place in their life, in their heart. Let's not have emptiness anywhere in your system, in your soul. There should not be emptiness at all. Don't die full. Also, the only time you should be empty is at death, because you have released all of that stuff from your system, from your soul, from your heart. Now you can go and be filled with the glory that's going to last forever. Think about it. All right now? So with that, wonderful people, we want to come to you today, bring us to you, as to say that help you and help us to strengthen each other, to be there for each other. And next week, we want to bring more of these aspirations to you, more than just say, well, I'm not being satisfied, I'm not being appreciated, I'm not being celebrated, I'm being left alone, I feel stressed, I feel like giving up, I feel like I'm beneath and below my standard. Shouldn't have to feel that way. You shouldn't be feeling that way at all. You should be filled with joy, peace, and happiness and love. And then finding out what love is. And then sometimes when you get involved in a situation, then you feel filthy because of trauma from the last, from trauma from before, those heartbreaks, heartaches, those being defeatedisms. You feel like I can never win, I can never have a victory in my life. Because it's always about pain, it's always about being subdued, it's always been about put down and let down. Nothing been built up, always talking about me, discussing things about me. Now, how can I feel love when I've been talked about, when I've been aggravated, when I've been beat and not a treat? So these are some things we have to adjust our mind to. But that's why in before we get involved with a relationship, we talk about these things, we discuss these things, put them on the table. No matter how funky it looks, no matter how funky it feels, no matter how funky it smells, put it down there. And then be renewed in the spirit of your mind so that you have a transformation. And that's what it's all about. We can't be the same person we were yesterday. We can't be the same person we were 2 hours ago. Always a better person, always a better you, and a beautiful you, a fantastic you that guides and leads and strengthens and know where you are, know who you are, and know what you're about. Because there's some things that are coming down the road that you'll know that, hey, I know I need to know better. I know I need to do better. I know that this is not me. I know that I can do better because I will do better. And that's what we have to do. That's what we got to do. All right, people? So think about these things. And we're going to cut this a little short tonight. But in the meantime, depression is no joke. Addiction can come at any moment. And it can come and slide in on you without you even know that you've been addicted to something. Habits can cause addiction. Yes, behaviors. Those things that, oh, this is how I am, this is how I've always been. You leave yourself wide open for addiction. Leave yourself wide open for those habits to come in and take over and then indwell in you and build up in that situation where now you have to keep doing those things. And now the pain comes, you start to taking hold to different things, doing different things, and then thinking wrong things. And yes, it is a little bit more about more than positive thinking, of course. But law of attraction, yes, we talk about these things. How about visualization? Can you see the end right before you start? And that's why we have to get in our mind and tune to visualizing things, not just say fantasizing, but how about a positive atmosphere, a positive situation about visualization? Can I see the success right here, right now, while I'm still in the gutter, still in the mud, and that's still in the valley, and I'm still with the rocks coming down on the hill, the mountainside, the boulders coming down at me? Can I still see myself victory on top of the mountain? Now I have to know how to duck those boulders and how to defeat those things, jump over them, deflect them, do those things that are not as though they are. We are here to seek the impossibilities. And the impossible thing can always be ours because this is what we do to believe. And this is one of the things that we're going to do each and every day, each and every week that we come about. Talk about the belief system. Faith is so important. Do I really believe that I can overcome these things? Since we already established the fact that each one of those things that we mentioned, and there are more that associated with these situation things, right? You got sexual addiction, which include lust, pornography, rape, abuse, uh, these different things, massages, all those things they call sensualities, immoralities, all those things. And then you have regular addiction. You're smoking, you're eating, you're drinking. Some of those things can be healed and cured without medical attention. It's how you fix your mind and what your desires are and how you want to be healed. See, it has to be a place that I want, I need, I must, I have to have it. And then those are affirmations that you place things to. When you place things to, use those affirmations each and every day. Use that visualization. Use hypnotherapy even. Wow, hypnotherapy? Yes. Hypnotism been around for days. Auto suggestions. Keep telling yourself things over and over again, and that will help you for real, for real. And it's there. All these things that we talk about are things that have been used and misused, but we not really use them in the right way that we can become effective. And that's what we do. Have that effectiveness to make things happen in the right way. So we did not come here to overshadow, overpower, or to misuse, or abuse, or kick somebody else's situation or program out. No. We come to help you to understand that there is healing, there's hope. Yes, there's confidence in faith that we can go through life with the joy, the peace, and the value of a good life, all through carrying on with the principles of Scripture, the principles of how and where and what to do and the way it's supposed to be done. All right now? So with that in mind, wonderful people, we thank you for being with us again and again and again today. And if you get a chance to, you go to my website, Desire to Excel at People in Love, at People in LUV, peopleinlove.com. Okay? And then you can pick up not an ebook, but a PDF. We just gonna break it down, right on down the basics. Pick up a free PDF on depression. On depression. Okay? Think about it. You'd be surprised of sometimes those thoughts that come about, the voices that come into your mind that tell you to do things, those people that come into your life that tell you to go out and do something stupid, and then you wind up being caught up into a situation. Next thing you know, you feel with animosities, you feel with gloom, you feel with doom, you feel bored, and you feel like you really can't make it now because you should have stayed situated with the one that you love. So that way you can avoid those things. And then for those people who have gone into those situations, there are ways to get out. Oh yeah, there's ways to get out. But you have to be for real. You have to be concerned, and you have to be, yes, power within you. And the power that within you is that power that is always there for you. Okay? So with that in mind, wonderful people, thank you for being with us again today. And this is Michael Jones. Go to Desire to Excel, or either just go to Excel, EXCEL at peopleinlove.com. Send me a little note Tell me what you think, how you feel about this is a program that we're going to do that we haven't done. This is the first one today. Talk about these things. You have an issue or subject matter that you want to talk about. Well, that's what we do. All of the years and years of experiences and the problems and storms that I've gone through, I'm here today. I'm here today to let you know that all of this stuff that I've gone through is not in vain. There's help, and then there's a way to get better help and more help through the one that is able to help us all. Okay? So think about those things. Just ask for depression. Say the PDF on depression, or the work on depression, the page on depression, anything I can, it's all right. Just ask for it. Go to People in Love, Desire to Excel, or either just say Excel at People in Love, or either, if you see on the website there, Desire to Excel at peopleinlove.com, .love, peopleinlove.com, okay? And just ask for a request. I'll be glad to send it to you just by email, and then we have the full course meal. This is just to the potatoes and gravy, the potatoes and sour cream, potatoes and butter, however you want to put it. Uh, get there to enjoy yourself, to let you know that we are here because two times of trying to take my life, the suicide thing is no joke. It's no joke. All right? Take care now. Be blessed, and be blessed. With that in mind, peace and grace and love to all. Bye now. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us. And share this out. Let somebody know that, hey, I got a place that you can watch every week, you know, maybe an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, however you feel you want to come on, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or the whole hour. It's going to be all right. And we can do this. All right? Take care now. Blessing and blessing. Bye.